I failed court manners. Someone our age, someone younger, someone older, someone already married, someone scandalous. Oh, it's got to be someone scandalous, hasn't it? I mean, it's got, yeah, come on, we'll do this. If you don't want everyone assuming that whoever you pick first is your intended marriage partner, so why not make your choice as ridiculous as possible? With that in mind, you approach the Duchess of Ursel. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Elodie, fantastic girl, fantastic. You admit to yourself that you are hoping such an outrageous act would cause her to lose some of her composure, but she remains unruffled. At least the chorus of shocked whispers around you as you take your place on the floor is gratifying. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him, knew his steps like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Dance. We've been learning dance. Please. We should have been learning that one and we still failed. Oh. Unfortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do when and trip over your own feet. Oops. Between the dances, there is time for the guests to mingle, chat and sample tiny bites of exquisite food. Manners and flattery failed. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass, letting the clear note ring out through the room. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keep our borders defended. Everyone applauds politely, thinking, what a stupid little cow. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There's Gwenelle, for instance, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you and due to finally inherit control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lillar and a fierce sportswoman. Hey! We can play sports with her. She was a few years ahead of you at school and an absolute terror of the ball fields. No Bryony. She had said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here though, dancing together, the Duke Consort clutching his Duchess possessively tight. Strange that there's no sign of your cousins though, shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. Okay, sense magic failed. It's nice to be able to enjoy time with the friends and family, isn't it? Why would I have needed to sense magic there at all, honestly? So, great, we got through the ball. Just about. Failed every single test. Even the ones we've studied for, we still failed. Which is just great, you know, just great. After that, I can check mood, actually. I can, oh look, we're balance. We need to be cheerful. I want to be cheerful and probably a little bit less willful, but cheerful. What's cheerful? Cheerful. No, none of this is cheerful, but lonely. Cheerful, but lonely and yielding. That works. Playing with toys works. That's pretty good, actually. Cheerful, lonely. Yeah, come on, let's do that. Let's go and sulk in a room after the horrible ball that everybody hated you and felt so bad, Elodie, because they were just staring at you and you tried your hardest. We know you tried your hardest, but it just didn't work and you just looked like a silly little girl. But you're not a silly little girl, even though you're sitting in your room holed up alone with your favourite toys. So yeah, explain that one away. Okay, so our mood. Oh, this is looking better. We're cheerful. Finally cheerful. Yay, stay cheerful. But current mood is willful as always. We've got to get that down, surely. Okay, skills. Still massive in the same pluses, same minuses, because this is willful. It's putting it all off, I'm sure of it. You can't study proper things when you're willful. We've done the dance now. I don't see there's any point in really playing around with that. Flexibility is still always fun to do though, isn't it? I suppose we'd best study some more, oh, I don't Christ no, jeez. Internal affairs because of the bonuses, but then we'll go with something we haven't done before. Let's learn some archery. Yeah. Or maybe we should learn some swimming. You want to go swimming, Elodie? You've never done swimming before. Yeah, swimming. We've not done that before, and that sounds way better than boring old swords and bows. Okay, so some internal affairs and some swimming. Internal affairs, and then athletics, swimming. Done. In the mornings, there were many dark rumours about the second husband of the Duchess of Lilla, possibly because he was a commoner. It was whispered that he once assaulted the young Duchess of Elath before her untimely marriage and demise. Ooh, scandalous and more scandalous, but look, we're almost at the top for this one, so we don't need to spend any more time doing this. After years of marriage and 3 children, the Duchess of Lilla divorced her second husband and refused to say why. Shortly afterwards, she was found dead in a nearby forest. I wonder who could have done that. The Duchess of Lilla and her son, the Earl of Io, have been estranged ever since. The Earl of Io now lives with his sister, the Duchess of Mead. Yeah, we know about this dude. Didn't get on very well with him. Still, I don't think there's a whole great mystery about the whole... shortly after he was found dead in a nearby forest. That seems fairly obvious. In the afternoons, you get comfortable in the water, splashing around and holding your breath to go under. Cool. We learnt to swim. Finally. You're 14 years old, Elodie, and you finally learned to swim. Well done. You wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. You're moving with such enthusiasm you don't realise your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion. Sirin, Countess of Miranda and Callisto. You are too kind, Jocelyn. Countess Sirin, not a member of your circles. She's a bit more than a decade your senior, far too old to have ever been your friend, and yet not at all old, as noble women go. She has 2 minor titles, no husband and your father's arm in her grasp. How dare she make a move on your father? Composure failed. Of course, everything's failed. Shame her with silent scorn. Insult her with false flattery, or trip her as she passes. It doesn't matter what we try and do here. Elodie's going to fail. You know it. I know it, you know it, Elodie fucking knows it, the world knows it. However, insult her with false flattery seems, just the way to do it. Good afternoon, Countess. My, what large breasts you have. Putting them on display for any particular reason? Yep, we failed. That was not even remotely subtle, Elodie. Not even close. Elodie! Really, my dear, it's not polite to comment on a lady's attributes like that. But you are young. You will grow. Oh my god, see, look, she just burnt you way worse, Elodie. That's a burn. What you said, not a burn. What she said, burn. Because she's calling you flat now. You do realise that, of course. She's calling you flat because you mentioned boobs. See, that's how these things work, Elodie. And maybe you'd know that if I'd have actually tried to educate you. Ooh! I'm more angry now. Perhaps we'll be seeing more of each other in the future. She gives a little wave and exits. Once she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father. Don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing more. She wants something more. And it's not going to happen anytime soon. You should be careful how you deal with people like Sirin. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners. Well, I've not got the goodwill of either, because the last 2 times the commoners have come to me with problems, well, Elodie with problems, she's told them to fuck off. There haven't been any problems so far. Many dark looks were aimed your way at the gala. Yeah. Things didn't go so well there, did they? As Queen, you must be aware of everything around you. Intrigue success! Success! We have a success! Oh my god! Isn't that what I have agents for? Yes, but you must give them direction. What is your greatest concern? Well... Let's see. I've pissed off the nobles, I've pissed off the commoners, I've pissed off the foreigners. And so assassins are probably the least concern right now. The other three, though, it's a toss-up, especially between... I really have insulted a few nobles. Well, Elodie has, yes. Elodie. Probably noble plots. I need to know what the other nobles are up to, and whether anyone is plotting behind my back. As you wish. We've success! Elodie passed something. Wow. Passed something that wasn't fucking wind anyway. Right, where are we going to take her? What's her mood like? Oh, look, we're all in the tops now. We're cheerful and angry. It's still willful. We could do with getting the willful down and the pressure to up a bit, I think. So, attending court, yielding, depressed, pressured. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. We'll attend court. I suppose we've got to. Sitting on court sessions is not fun at all, but it pleases your father and it may be important for your future. Oh, what's the mood now? Oh, angry. Oh, angry. Angry. Okay. What does that do for, well, it doesn't do a whole lot of good for your expression, to be honest. What does it do for your skills? Oh, look, history. Economics. They are no longer -2. It might be worth actually putting some fucking work into them. Wow, animal handling's way down, though. Wow. Why is that? I don't know what these are affected by, to be honest. I wonder why that is. Maybe because I'm angry? Probably because I'm angry. Okay. So we want to spend some points in... We're still getting great in intrigue. We still probably want to put some points in that. Although we've finally passed the test accounting for that. So, that's maybe not so important anymore. I mean, look, we're right up there. That's fine, actually. What we really need is maybe learn some flattery or some court manners. Actually, a bit late for those now, and public speaking. History, I think we might be a bit late for that as well. But economics, we might be able to do. I'll tell you what. We might want to learn some economics so we don't keep telling people to bugger off when they're suggesting perfectly sensible ideas, and we can learn some weapons because we've got a good bonus in that. That's what we're going to do. Economics and weapons. So, morning economics. Economics. So, accounting, treasury, profits and expenditures, trade, how goods are bought and sold between locations and productions, national resources and how they are made into goods. I think accounting... It's the most boring one, but it's also probably the most important. So we'll spend some money in some time in accounting. And weapons. What we're going to do is blade, formal duels and deadly force. So we just strike a target at range. That's always good because it means we don't actually have to get close. And pole arms, a long staff or ceremonial weapon. That might have been useful when I was carrying that staff before. But archery. Spend some points in archery. Okay, so week 19. Warning, you brush up on basic mathematics with the help of an abacus. Fine, that you've learnt to count. Basically, Elodie, you finally learnt to count. Don't you feel great? Do you feel proud of yourself? You learn how to twist and wax bowstring from a variety of fibres. Well, it's not actually shooting arrows, but it's more fun, I guess. It is the time of year to decide any necessary adjustments to the royal budget. The majority of the money we receive is already spoken for, but there is always some room for discretion. Accounting. We just spent time with some counting. Oh my god. Oh, Elodie. Oh, Elodie. Oh, Elodie. Yeah, that you're right to have that look on your face. You just spent an entire week learning accounting and you remembered nothing. That's zero knowledge retention. Absolutely zero. So, well freaking done. I really don't understand all of these numbers. Well, we don't understand, so we don't know whether this is good or not. But keeping them the same... Well, it's not... See, lowering it will probably make the commoners happy. And raising it also will make them sad. Keeping the same sounds very neutral, and since we don't know what we're doing here, it's probably a good idea. I think they're fine as they are! As you wish. Right. Oh! Oh! Juliana's back! Juliana! We'll go and see Juliana for the weekend, definitely, because I don't see anything else I really want to do. Look, I mean, look, mood's fine. We're kind of borderline neutral. She's always still slightly angry, but yeah. Juliana! You have not yet reached the crystal. Are you making progress, or is it time for another plan? That would probably be the drastic action she mentioned earlier. Take drastic action. I suppose I'll have to listen to another plan. Leave it to me. Fine. That night, an explosion rocks the castle. A section of stone near the royal treasury collapses, crushing the guards on duty. Oh, well, that is drastic action, I guess, but I mean, that's a little bit more than I expected, to be honest. I thought she was just going to steal it. Nothing is stolen, at least nothing that is acknowledged publicly. When you look at your father's face, you can see it in his eyes. The crystal is gone, and he knows that you are to blame. He will never trust you the same way again. Fuck him. You know what? Fuck him. That's what I'd say.